Liam's ex-wife stole and sold his life's work and buried him in legal fine print. He answered with a paint roller and a plan, turning the city's walls into a courtroom where her betrayal met true justice. Welcome to The Fallout Zone.
I used to think paint could only heal. Then I watched my ex-wife, Victoria, ace litigator, collector of grudges, turn my life into an exhibit called Assets. The day the decree landed, she wore that courtroom smile like a trophy. Later, I found the invoices, quiet sales of my originals to her clients, tucked into trusts and shell LLCs. My signatures were mine. The money wasn't. I tried to fight. Appeals, consultations, second opinions. Every path looped back to the same answer. Airtight. She knew every seam in the law and stitched my pockets shut. I stopped sleeping. The studio smelled like turpentine and defeat. One night, I sat in front of my biggest blank wall and sketched the thing I never let myself draw. Her face. Not the camera-ready version, the one I remembered at 2 a.m., all angles and control. I pushed eyes too wide, teeth too bright, a smile stretched until it snapped. I painted the feeling of being cross-examined at my own kitchen table. The plan arrived slow, like primer drying. If the court couldn't hear me, the city would. I started walking, scouting neighborhoods where the invoices said my work had landed. Columns, stucco, brick. Every house was a frame pretending to be innocent. The first mural went up just before dawn. My hand shook at the ladder's top rung, but the paint held steady, broad strokes carving her features into something people couldn't scroll past. I tucked a tiny square into the corner, quiet as a signature. No manifesto, no threats, just a portal to the truth. By sunrise, a dog walker stopped and swore. By coffee time, a neighbor filmed, and my phone buzzed with strangers tagging a monster on a mansion. I didn't read the comments. I packed the van and drove to the next address. It wasn't vandalism in my head. It was curation. The buyers hadn't stolen. Maybe they never knew, but they were part of the gallery that displayed my loss. I painted them all the same warning. A face becoming a mask becoming a mirror. Each piece had a hidden door to the receipts, sales dates, routing numbers, the tidy trail of a perfect crime. On the third night, a porch light snapped on mid-stroke. A woman leaned out, hair in a towel, and froze. "What are you doing?" she whispered. "Finishing a story," I said. She stared at the wet mouth twisting on her wall. "Is it true?" "Scan the corner." I climbed down. She did. The page bloomed on her phone. Contracts, signatures, the cut and dried theft. The towel slipped. "Oh my God," she breathed. Not at the mural, but at the name she saw. Victoria. By the end of the week, the city had a new scavenger hunt. News anchors stood in cul-de-sacs under ring lights, pointing at teeth I'd made too sharp. The website traffic spiked until the host throttled it, then spiked again when the story hit national. Her firm issued a formless statement, then a panicked one, then no comment. Billboards bent to the wind, but brick held. I waited for the knock. Cops, injunction, whatever came next. Instead, I got an email from an account that looked fake. A single link to a private message board thread where they'd been tracking my murals like comments. The username at the top stopped my breath. A reclusive street artist whose tags had started my career and then vanished from walls like a ghost. We met in a closed warehouse. No names, just paint. I expected judgment. I got nods. "You found a frequency," the legend said, running a finger near a drip that looked like a tear. "You don't outrun power. You outlast it. You made the city a witness." I told them about the theft, the hollowed-out bank account, the way my hands shook when I signed the last of the divorce papers. They listened, then showed me sketches, lines that looked like flight paths. "If you want it," they said, "I'll teach you the long game. Not just the hit, the aftermath. How to move when the lights are on." In the weeks that followed, commissions appeared from people who didn't want pretty. They wanted honest. Murals that told the truth about payday loans, predatory HOAs, silent bosses. The new pieces still had corners you could scan, but now the codes led to public records, resources, places to push back without burning down your life. Victoria went quiet. Her firm released her with regrets. Mutual friends stopped texting her party invites. I didn't celebrate. I primed another wall. I still keep the first brush I used on her smile, its bristles hard with dried paint. It reminds me of the moment I realized my art didn't have to ask permission to speak. I lost canvases. I found a voice. That's the trade I can live with.
Thank you for watching The Fallout Zone. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.